If you have ever thought about building your own home gym, I'm going to walk you through how we built ours in a pretty dang small space. I'm Juli Bauer Roth, the food, fitness, and lifestyle blogger behind PaleoMG. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to share my favorite food, workout, and wellness tips to help you live your best day in life. Today we're going to be talking about a home gym. If you ever thought about building your own home gym, I want to walk you through what it took to build our home gym, not only the equipment, but the cost as well. So hopefully you feel a little bit more confident in building your own home gym. And believe me, you can reach for the stars with the most expensive equipment, or you can find stuff on Craigslist. There's so many ways to build your own home gym, whether you're building in a garage, your basement, or wherever. So let's get into it. When we moved into this house, in our basement, we have a rec room. The builder didn't really know what it would be used for, but it has a big old egress window here. Our water heater is on this side, and it comes with a small closet. But the room is a 16 by 11 foot room. It's really not that big. So of course it could be used as a playroom, but back then when we moved in, we didn't have plans to do this. So we wanted to do something else. I immediately wanted to make it a home gym, but my husband was not on board. The whole reason I wanted to make it a home gym was because I wanted to record my fitness program videos in the comfort of our own house, and so I didn't have to rent out a space or film with other people in the background. I just wanted to make it a lot simpler. But Brian, my husband, didn't want to use the space for that. He just thought we weren't going to ever use the gym. Well, 2020 hit. February, March of 2020 hit, and his mind completely changed. Obviously, that was the start of the pandemic here in the US. A lot of lockdowns started happening, and so immediately I said, why don't we build this home gym? We're not going to be able to go to the gym for 3 months in this lockdown. And he said, let's do it. I already had a good amount of equipment at the house. I had created my power program as well as my power 30 program. If you're interested in those, I'll link them in the description below. But they are at-home fitness programs, so they use minimal equipment. Dumbbells, loop bands, kettlebells, very minimal equipment, and I had that on hand already. So I had dumbbells ranging up to 35 pounds, starting about 10 pounds. I had a couple kettlebells, I had some loop bands, and I had a couple things here and there. Well, once the lockdown happened, we needed even heavier equipment because Brian would be working out here and I lift a lot heavier than that as well. So we called up Rep Fitness, which they deliver all over the US, but it's a local company here to Denver. And we ordered a rack, we ordered dumbbells, we ordered a barbell, and we ordered plates. We honestly ordered whatever we could get our hands on. We even ordered a little bit later a bench and then a dumbbell rack as well. But at that moment, it was anything we could get our hands on because everybody was doing the same thing. Everybody here in Colorado is a pretty fit, active person, and they wanted to stay fit in their own house. And so everybody was buying equipment. But we were able to get our hands on some and ordered that and picked it up, I think within that same week. So in this room, we had carpet before. It was just a normal carpeted space like the rest of our basement. And so when we were at Rep Fitness, we bought the puzzle piece buildable matting. So they kind of interlace together. And we put that down in this room. But it became a bit of a nightmare because the matting would slide across the carpet and slide up the wall. And it was like crawling up the wall and then ruining the wall too. So I told him, why don't we contact the company who did the carpeting in our house and we'll ask them to rip out the carpeting and put down the matting. He didn't want to rip out the carpeting because he's like, I don't know how long we'll be in this house. I'm like, just listen to me, okay? You know, that's how marriage is. So during that time frame, we took all the equipment out and then we had that carpeting company come in and install matting that's glued to the cement floor. Love it. It's fantastic. Then next was mirrors. And mirrors, if you've never purchased mirrors, are by far the most expensive piece in a gym. And do you need them? No. No, of course you don't. Do you need to watch yourself work out all the time? No, it does help with form oftentimes, and I think it's motivating, but the main reason I wanted to install mirrors was to make everything look larger, because I'd be filming in this room so often. I filmed my Power Sculpt program, my Glow pregnancy program. I filmed so many videos down here, hundreds and hundreds of videos in this space, and so I wanted it to feel big and welcoming and open. And so I got mirrors installed the entire wall of one of our walls in here, and it was by far the most expensive thing. Do you have to do that? Absolutely not. But I think it was really worth it, since I'd be working in this space all the time. And I think it looks beautiful and makes the room look so much bigger, which a 16 by 11 foot room is not very big, so it's very helpful. Then once the mirrors and the flooring were installed, we were able to put all the equipment in. So we got our Rep Fitness rack, we have a barbell. For our bumper plates, we have a pair of 45-pound plates. We also have 2 pairs of 25-pound plates. We have 2 pairs of 15-pound plates, and then later on, I also got a pair of 10s and a pair of 5s and 2.5s. And so we're really able to add a good amount of weight on there. I think it comes out to about 325 pounds, maybe it ranges a little bit more, but a good amount of range for my own ability and Brian's own ability. Hopefully I get stronger after pregnancy, and so I can push that weight even more, and we'll need some more bumper plates. Then we finished out our dumbbell collection. We got a rack from Rep Fitness, like I said, and we were able to get dumbbells that range from 10 pounds, which I already had, and then we finished it off with some dumbbells from Fitness Gallery that range up to 55 pounds. So I have dumbbells that range from 10, 15, 20, 25, and then we go up all the way to 55, and our rack is pretty much set there. I want to get one more pair of 5-pound or 8-pound weights just for a little accessory work for the shoulders and that sort of thing, but we're pretty good with dumbbells, especially in the space that we have. Before the lockdown hit, I had a lot of different equipment from different sites, whether it was Amazon, Walmart, Target. I had filled the room with different stability balls, medicine balls, slam balls, a ton of different loop bands. I have all kinds of different loop bands to choose from, so then I could do different cable work. Well, at that same moment, during the lockdown, I found out about Tonal. If you haven't checked out Tonal, it's one of the coolest pieces of equipment. A lot of houses would only need Tonal to get a ton of different movements in. It is incredible. I love this piece of equipment so much. Anything that you have done on a cable machine, you can pretty much do with Tonal. They have tons of different fitness programs, tons of workout programs, tons of movements, and then you can change out the different heads of the Tonal. And so you can use a rope, you can use a handle, you can use a bar, and so you can do all kinds of different movements with this. It was one of the best things we could have got in our gym. I can't recommend it enough. It is fantastic, and it's great for small spaces. So if you don't have a 16 by 11 foot room, well, a Tonal can be used pretty much anywhere. You just have to have a certain amount of space on the outside of it and in front of it to be able to do all the different movements. But it is so incredible. We love this piece of equipment so much. Brian uses it every single day. My brother-in-law comes over to use it almost every single day. It is fantastic, especially if you don't want to make up your own fitness programs. Well, Tonal has it on there. It's very similar to Peloton, where you pay a monthly fee, and then of course you have to buy the equipment itself, but it is fantastic. One of the best pieces of equipment we could have got for this room, and we use it all the freaking time. It's beautiful, it fills out the space, and we love it. And one other thing we added to the list was a reverse hyper. I love a reverse hyper. I can't do it right now because this belly is in the way, but a reverse hyper is so great for the glutes, the hamstrings, the lower back. And since Brian has had lower back issues, we wanted to add that to the mix. And it wasn't crazy expensive compared to other pieces of equipment, and we had the space for it, so we made it work. Since this space is pretty small, there's a couple other pieces of equipment I keep in this closet. I have a box that goes up to 30 inches. It's one of those boxes, it's interchangeable, so it is 20 inches, 24 inches, or 30 inches. Plus, I have a step, and so I can do different calf work on it. And then I have this little glute machine that I got actually before we had any of this equipment. That's great for just activating the glutes. We've really added to this gym over time with things that we're missing, with things that fit in the space. And that's the hardest part, is making sure things fit in here. So now let's talk about the price of everything. We're gonna start at the most expensive, which is mirrors. Mirrors are by far the most expensive. Now remember, you do not need to spend this much money on mirrors. It was all because this space was going to be a workspace for me and my fitness programs. We spent almost $3,300 on one giant mirror. And of course, it's different pieces of mirrors, but one wall of mirrors, by far the most expensive part. Next up was the flooring. Flooring cost almost $2,000 for this 6 by 11 foot space. We love the company who did our carpet, and so I trusted them, and so I felt comfortable with them adding this completely new type of flooring in our house, and so I was comfortable with that amount. But yes, that's very expensive, and there's plenty of other ways to do it much cheaper. With the reverse hyper, I think we spent about $400 or $500 on that at a later date. Now with the rack, the barbell, the plates, the extra dumbbells, as well as the dumbbell rack and the bench, we spent almost $2,000 total in that. But all of that wasn't purchased at once. We were kind of purchasing things whenever they came up. And so we probably spent $800 and then a couple $100 more there and a couple $100 more. And so building out this gym wasn't all this money dump at once. It was really spread out over time, especially since I had some equipment on hand. But it really took several months before this gym looked like what it looks like today. Now, a couple other things I added later on, which is just all about the vibe. I just wanted it to feel not like a normal basement room. And since I have this window back here, it lets in a good amount of light, but the lighting overhead was just kind of bleh. So I added these changeable Wi-Fi bulbs. You can get these Hue Philips light bulbs that plug in, you connect them to your Wi-Fi, you have the app on your phone, and then you can change the color of the light bulbs. It's really incredible and just looks so much cooler. So not only do I have these lights overhead, but you can see this light beam in the back. I added this large signal light as well as one underneath the dumbbells, and so it gave it a little color behind there. I just wanted to add a fun vibe when I was creating my Align fitness program, and that one is all about invigorating you, getting you a great workout in a short amount of time, and so I just wanted to feel like really upbeat and exciting, and so that's when I added these lights. And even when I work out by myself in here, I always have these lights on, and you can change them whatever color you want. You want green, you want yellow, you want blue, you can change it all and change up the vibe depending on how you're feeling. Now the question is, would I do anything differently? And honestly, no. I love this space so much. It's small, but it works perfectly for one person, and we have really everything we would need. But obviously this isn't for every budget. We all have to figure out how to create a home gym under our budget, and things that I could easily change to reduce the price if I wasn't trying to make this a space that I could record videos in is changing the flooring. You can do that puzzle piece flooring, or something I learned from a lot of my followers on Instagram is you can buy horse stall mats and put those down. They're super heavy, and I found out that they're really stinky. So that's better for a garage versus in your basement, but they're incredibly cheaper, and so you can get those installed instead of getting the matting I installed. Then number two, you don't have to do a giant mirror. Nobody needs that giant mirror, no. But the mirror is beautiful. You can easily buy just a mirror at Target or at TJ Maxx if you want to have some sort of mirror in there. Or oftentimes companies will have a sale on just a mirror that they have, or even hotels have different sales, and then you can find mirrors through that. But it's very easy to reduce that price by not adding in a giant mirror. The most important thing is building a home gym that works for you. If you don't care about a barbell and you don't want to do barbell lifts, then why would you buy one? That makes no sense. If you don't care about having a cable machine and having workouts given to you, like a Peloton type situation or mirror or Tonal, then who cares about that? Those aren't important. Find what's important to you. If you want to do a dumbbell workout, my Power 30 workout is all dumbbells. Power program is all dumbbells. You can look at those programs. I know that's such a shameless plug, my bad. But find what equipment is most important to you for the workouts you want to do, and find a space that makes you feel invigorated and excited to work out. Oftentimes we just work out in whatever space we can. If you can find a little separate space that really gets you in the zone of working out, that is gonna be what's most important. You find a workout that works for you, you have equipment on hand that works for you, and you have a space that inspires you. Having a home gym has been fantastic for us, and we are so thankful for it, especially while pregnant right now. I don't always wanna leave my house, and then I can work out in my pajamas, barefoot or in slippers. It's the best, and I still get a great workout in. And as we have all figured out, we never know how life is going to change on us sometimes, and having a home gym has been so helpful with all the changes that have gone on the last 2 years. So my question is, have you built your own home gym? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you, and if you have any pieces of equipment you think are must-haves in your gym that are different from mine, let me know. And if you have any interest in checking out my programs, I'll link them in the description below. I have my Power Body program, which is a completely body weight program, so it's really great for at home or when you're traveling. I have my Power 30 program, which is at home equipment and all workouts that are 30 minutes or less. I have my Power Sculpt program, which I filmed all here, and it is a progressive overload program that is all about sculpting your muscles and changing your physique and getting long-term results. I also have my Align program, which is 3 times a week, so if you're short on time, that is a great program. And I got my Glow program. So if you're pregnant and looking for great workouts to make sure you're keeping your body safe, strong, and your core engaged, that is a great program to check out. I'll link them all below so you can check them all out, and I'm gonna leave a little discount code for you guys so you can check them out at a discount as well. I hope this video was helpful to help you gauge what it might cost to build your own home gym, whether that's cheaper or way more expensive. You can do whatever you want to do with your own gym, and there are such incredible home gyms out there, but this little space has worked great for us. I'm Juli Bauer Roth of PaleoMG. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned. I have a couple more videos I think you're going to like.